We are now 6 months into the coronavirus pandemic. Worldwide, travelers have had to adjust their plans for vacations as quarantines, mask mandates, and health restrictions greet those on the move.
With us to discuss the evolving travel industry, Connie Corbett from Ambassador Travel. Good morning to you, Connie.
Good morning. How are you?
We are always doing fine, and we're always so happy to see your smiling face, of course. The State Department recently lifted a global travel advisory, but U.S. travelers are still not being welcomed into several countries. This, of course, due to the high number of cases that we're seeing here in the U.S. How is this affecting people's traveling plans right now?
Well, certainly we felt like it's very good news that the State Department listed that global advisory really in favor of individual country advisories. But you're right, there is another side to that where other countries may or may not be welcoming us. Right now we're seeing a lot of travel to Jamaica and Mexico has been very popular. We're getting very good reports with most resorts limiting incoming guests at about 30% capacity. So lots of space, lots of ability to get out on the beach or enjoy those resources with plenty of social distancing.
Now, some families will look to avoid air travel for now, instead taking to the roadways. Where can families visit right now?
Well, you know, it's changing on a daily, weekly basis. And so for the most part, most states are welcoming visitors, but there are some that have restrictions. And, you know, if you're thinking of traveling, make your plans, but then also you want to check like just before you leave. So the day before you're traveling, you want to double check and reconfirm if there are any restrictions in those particular states. And many of them are even creating guidelines by county. So you want to just double check as you're traveling right before you go to make sure that what the restrictions are, if there are any.
Connie, of course, this pandemic has slowed down the travel industry, probably creating an influx of vacation packages, if you will. Just talk to us a little bit. Is right now the time to be buying for future vacations?
It really is a good time to make some plans. Most vendors, most travel suppliers are becoming very flexible with their change and cancellation penalties, knowing things can change between now and when you're planning on travel. So we really expect 2021, not so much maybe 2020, but 2021 to be a big travel year. People are ready to get out of the house and go some places. And especially with limited capacity, we could see things sell out. We could see prices go up higher. So there's very little risk in making some plans now, putting down a deposit and locking in your price. And then if things change and you don't feel comfortable to travel, then you have that ability to cancel and change the dates at a future time.
Now, it was just 6 or 7 months ago, the first reports of Americans being exposed to coronavirus took place on cruise ships. Will that industry ever be able to recover?
They're working very diligently. Right now, the CDC has cruising on pause through the end of September, but quite honestly, most of the cruise lines have voluntarily gone beyond that. Most of them announced through October 15th, some even through December 15th, but they have banded together and they are hiring health and medical advisors to create the new normal for cruising. And so we anticipate cruising might get started back in 2021 early. That is the hopes anyway, but it'll be very safe. It'll be with protocols in place, and they're working, like I said, in partnership with each other to present plans to the CDC to get their blessing to proceed with opening cruising back up in the future.
And I have one real quick question. We're running out of time here. I know that you usually deal with your office and your reps there deal with complex, big budget type vacations. You really have to streamline that down. It's not something you're normally used to in this industry. What's some things we may not be aware of, some tricks to this, some things that folks can take advantage of that they might not be aware of right now?
Well, you know, if you work with a travel advisor, we really do have some tools of the trade where we have access to some pricing and some availability behind the scenes. We also have a good relationship with travel suppliers, so we know who is being the most friendly with their customer service and who is being not so friendly with their customer service, and that's very important right now. When we need to be flexible and make changes, we want to make sure that we are investing our vacation dollars with somewhere where they're safe and reliable and really have our best interest at heart.
A lot of great information as always. Thank you again to Connie Corbett with Ambassador Travel. Have a great day, Connie.
Thank you.